Yo. Yo, 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 yo. Mm. Yo, yo. Is it better? Mm-hmm. And now? Yes, it's better. Okay, I'm gonna be starting soonish. Mm. Yeah, so there was a start of the stream. Probably gonna have to cut it because of the like awful sound. I was sounding like a chipmunk, like Poet always says. That's because of my mic. It drops settings all the time. Yeah, now like I was hearing myself from my stream, which is kind of not so good. Anyways, um, probably because there was no sound record of the my previous speech, I'm gonna start all over again. So today I'm gonna be showing you a Loki armor fitted one. I have shield fitted and all that, but today it's gonna be going in armor one, and I have missiles. Where are my missiles? Heavy assault. Probably not. Of course there is none. But I need those finding person wasn't have anywhere close by. Let's go down there, pick up some. I haven't flown this ship for quite a while now, so I have no idea if it's like, if it's proper fitted and all that. We're gonna see. Um, Also today is again test stream because I was planning to set up more things properly, but with my current schedule it's kind of hard to dedicate time for streaming, so only one stream per week still. Not kind of that awful situation. An anchoring, that's fucking awesome. I won't hope it won't, go dead while I'm trying to pick up my stuff. Okay, and is there? Let's go. 10, 10, 10. Probably gonna close this stuff. It's not that important. Local maybe also is not needed. It's gonna be our setup. But as a matter of fact, traveling is much safer with Loki, just because it hasn't reached nullifier. Warp power is pretty fast, I think 3 seconds or something. Yeah, 3 seconds warp out, so it's like kinda hard to catch me. Even if they try. Ooh, there's like some stuff. Let's pick 12,000 missiles. Some Tetramounts, interesting. Other stuff. Okay, we should be set. Let's go to the desto. It's gonna be our desto to jumps, so I was lucky to get a pretty close one today. Also didn't took me a lot of time to actually grab the stuff. Oh, actually, I'm gonna need local just for the intel purposes. Yeah, there's some baities. A lot of baities. Let's go somewhere safe. Anyways, yeah, today's stream gonna be consisting of two parts. First of all, I'm just like gonna show you as a as a destination point of progression for this Loki thing to run most of the dead sites in local space. I'm not sure about 10 of 10s and such stuff, but like it's totally capable of running 5 of 10s, 6 of 10s, which are, you know, I think the most profitable. I mean, you won't get as much money. It's going to be running like 7 of 10s or 8 of 10s, 9 of 10s. It's like a complete disaster. So I doubt you have to check 10 of 10, but as far as I know, it's pretty harsh for text cruiser. So I'm not sure like if it's a good idea. Let's take a look where. I'm somewhere. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna see if there's a bubble. I doubt, but there's gonna be. Who cares? I'm not that famous yet. Nobody's to be hunting me down by the stream videos or something. Yeah, the first part is about the Loki and stuff where we're heading to. It's gonna take some time to train from Jackdaw to a Loki, but you have skills aligned, like you're training to missile skills. They're important. It is important to have range distance for a Jackdaw because you're tanking with with the range, and you're able to to hit your targets further. It's super important, maybe even more important for Loki, because Loki relatively short-ranged in terms of if you're using heavy assault missiles. Well, you can use the shield one with the heavy missiles, and you can use same shield with heavy assault missiles, and you can use armor with same heavy missiles. Like it's kind of they're not really dependent, but heavy assault missiles giving you better DPS, and this you want to max out your DPS. And this your main concern in terms of efficiency of progressing the site is missile ranges. So while training into Jackdaw missile ranges, you're also already investing in your Loki future in a way. Yeah, sounds like I'm trying to sell you a shampoo or something. But it is what it is. So we have local. We're gonna refit shortly, and we're gonna go and run the site. I've just generated it just because I thought I'm gonna get a couple of more. I've actually got some on my alts, but they some went to NPC Delve, some went to queries, or somewhere like there, so not very good. Desto, am I refitting sub? I don't think I need this adaptive defense node, so we just don't care what we're gonna see shortly. We're gonna add this and this and this and this. Okay. Probably won't need this. Let's be max DPS efficient. We don't need this. We probably gonna need better ranges. Let's check it out. 100 DPS. Totally cap stable. Missile range is 36, which is adequate. Yes, everything seems to be good. Also, yeah, so I should have started with this. Why I'm saying that we're gonna be progressing from Jackdaw towards this, because you see, like they're all expensive models are in the in the low slots. This comes from 5 of 10. Also gonna be like my current tank is already an overkill. You see 90 EM resistance, which is kind of super huge. rep is okayish, but like we are mostly relying on things. So from those 4 of 10s, you're going to be able to fill all your tank slots. There's going to be Corpum C-type. There's already a Corpum C-type. Like I'm using a little bit of overkill because like I didn't want to be stressing out about like, you know, my tank and want to be overheating in case of danger or something like this. So I do value my comfort when running dead sites. That's important. And armor rep also A-type, but it could be B-type or could be C-type. So you're going to be starting from C-type. And if all of those are C-type, you're still able to complete the site. I mean, just because the shield Loki is totally Tech 2 fitted and still able to run it, just shield Loki has less DPS in a way, and so I'm preferring armor. 950 DPS. If we are not using the drones, we're going to exclude them from here. You're going to have 850, which is more than enough. Very good. Okay, we're going to start. The site itself is not very interesting. I think it should be on one of the videos that I've recorded for marketing some time ago. So it's not that important to actually describe the site. During this video I'm just going to talk about general concepts of this progression. So as I was talking about the loot and all that stuff, when you're flying ejecto, you're going to be getting those membranes, you're going to be getting those reps, and they can go actually 3 ways. First, you can fit your Loki. Second, you can fit your PvP in ships, like, you know, some ships might be very interested in those armor modules, especially not that very expensive ones, because you're gonna die one way or another. PvP ships are designed to die. I'm looking towards Hithriel right now because it goes along with our plan to train into hurricanes and hurricane fleet issues and Sleipnirs. Hithriel is something like, I would say something like Sleipnir more than a hurricane fleet issue, but we're gonna see. And it's very good, PvP ship. It's fast, especially if you fit into armor with not passive but active tank. It has good ranges, good speed, all that stuff that you want to see in your PvP ship, and those models gonna be very beneficial. Ranges is not enough. Yeah, we're gonna slowly go through them. Loki is super fast shooter, so it's not like Tengu or even Legion. The shooting speed is super fast, so you don't really care about, well, the only thing you really care is about your ammo, because you're really burning down all of your reserves of missiles super fast. You see, even for the destroyer, I'm using 3 missiles. It's not that cool, but also I don't have my specific rating pod in here. It's somewhere in Angel space, I think. I'm running some 6 of 10s there. I mean Angel ones, so it's more useful in there than in here, just because I can really do the sites even this without any problem. Yeah, and so you have fitted your modules to your PvP ship, for example. You have fitted your modules to your PvE ship, and everything excessive you just can go and sell. Selling those models is going to give you enough money to buy Loki itself, to buy those faction ballistics, ballistic control systems. They're relatively expensive, 100 per unit or something, but that's the thing, your membrane also costs around 100. Armor rep also kind of matches neutralizer pretty close, not as much, but I think 3 neutralizers should cost enough to buy 2 2 ballistic control, so it's not that hard to get. As you see, I'm not launching drones because the local reds might start shooting them. We don't want that, just because it's additional stress, and I prefer to run those sites in a chilly mode. Again, there is nothing much to tell about this site. for now. You can check the previous video, and I'm gonna be streaming those when we get like the current plan to reveal. I'm sorry, I've lost with my plan that I was, to talk about, just because of this, computer crash and then reset and then updating of all the systems and stuff like this. Kind of what I was planning to talk today about. So first of all, the streaming things. So as I've told, I have a pretty harsh work schedule right now, so there's not much time. I was actually planning to do streaming twice per week, but for now it's like not possible, and that's okay. I'm still planning to go live in terms of like better streaming, better fitted equipment, better setup of software, better planning, better content and all that. For now I'm just testing out how it goes, if I'm capable to run those streams for long enough times, and all that and all that. Generally I've set up a new channel as I've promised today in Corp Discord. I didn't know if I should set up a separate server, because I'm planning to recruit people with me streaming, just because like we really, as I've told, we really gonna train people to how to play Eve, how to get rich and all that. We're gonna talk about this a little bit later, but in general, I have plans of how to improve over time, but unfortunately right now time is not the best, so I thought that I'm gonna have enough time during the September and March before heavy load on my job starts. It appeared like the heavy load is right now, so I have to focus on this. Still, I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be showing you some fancy stuff of how to make ISK locally without using of Ishtar and such stuff, and in general. Also, we're going to discuss some corp stuff like organize those hurricanes, industry, capital construction, maybe some of the rating, some of the general plans and all that. For now, we're just gonna go on with the current stuff. So today I'm showing you Loki in kind of lazy manner. Next time I'm probably whether gonna fly and run bases with probably Morty. He generously agreed to join me, so we're going to be showing you how to run some sites using duo check those. So if you have a partner, or if you just want to run them, you can group up with someone, even with me. Like kind of if I'm available, you can just call me. Okay, let's go do some bases, and like we're gonna form and go. Yeah, gonna be discussing the corp stuff today. Is like I've planned to talk about our capital construction, mostly because a number of people are asking me how to help corp with capital production, because they want to be part of this. We are building some plans of how to webs. I forgot about webs. Of how to harvest resources for corp production more efficiently. Just because like right now we have so let me start from the very beginning. Currently we are building caps back again. Dia built 10 Phoenix Navies, and now here building 10 more because previous were sold super fast. Why am I not moving? Come on, move. Yeah, and you see I'm making mistakes. I'm still alive. They can't really pierce through my defense, even if like I'm standing still, which is very not good idea. Okay, back to caps. Why are we doing so right now? And we're not asking specifically for any special items, just because we have a huge stockpile of resources that we were harvesting and collecting while we weren't really building stuff. So we pretty much covered with everything. We have some gaps, but they can't be, harvested in local space. Like for example, Phoenix, I think, die about some Caldari gas. You can only get somewhere in a Caldari low sec, and some Gurista's null space, which is kind of fraud space, so it's like ridiculous to try to go and harvest gas in there, so it's simpler to buy it, which we actually did. And so there's no demand right now in this. Then we have wormhole gas. We may have plans to dive into wormholes, but again, right now, it's simpler to find a good connection with a wormhole and just import it from Amar or even from Jita. Doesn't really matter. Then to organize, heavy excavations in wormholes. It might be possible, but it's simpler for us to buy those items. We are mostly focused on efficiently utilizing local space. Like we are harvesting some stuff to build those Neuralinks. We are pretty stuffed with minerals right now that required for capital construction. The only thing we were really missing is a scale, and our wallets were super short at some point, I mean on the corp level, so we weren't able to afford to build capitals, not because of resources, but just because we didn't have cash to be able to balance all those sellings and buyings and all that. Right now we have how much? These keys. Where's my wallet? Almost 34 bill. It's already enough, I think, to build 10 of them, but this way, our buyback would suffer and all that. And buybacks, from my point of view, for regular members is more important right now than capital construction, because we are not at war. We are not really, kind of obligated to build caps from anyone. So we are building them on our own, and current goal with capital construction is to replenish our cash wallets. First cycle was good. We've rose from literally from 0 to 34. This is a good move because at some point I had to send my own money to the corp for the buyback wallets just to be able to pay. It's kind of thing. We don't do a lot of writing. We don't do heavy taxing. So the income mostly is being done through the buybacks, and when you're doing a buyback, you're buying something, then you have to sell it. I was pretty lazy lately with doing this, so most of the things you were contracting to us are in our stockpiles. Dia sold some when he got back, and most of these items are right now being used in the capital construction, like especially PI. We are always in need of PI, so please, if you considering how you can help, well, I'm gonna say about this later. Just do your regular stuff. So current scope is to build the second batch of capitals, replenish our wallets even more, and then we can start planning something more kind of interesting freely, with not being bounded with our wallets and all that. So gonna be much simpler to do. What's gonna be those plans? I'm not sure. We're gonna have to plan. So just because when we're gonna build everything, we're gonna see how many stuff we have left in our storages, and then we're gonna start planning some corporate operations to replenish some of our stuff. Just because it might be that we're going to be missing some specific things, like for example, we're going to plan to build, we're going to plan to build 10 Rev Navis, and we might be missing some local low-sec gas, which means we're going to move to a low-sec, the special interest group, and we're going to mine low-sec gas in there, just for this purpose. It's still efficient, gas is still expensive, and it's kind of legit thing to do. A thing to mention about the general harvesting of resources. So how I see the capital construction should be done. In general, like literally any kind of industry should be done. We should focus on doing money-making efficient things. Like for example, just like a brief example, how we used to be operating before. We were going to low sec and we were mining all those dark ochre gneiss and crocite belts, anomalies that spawn. We were collecting those resources and they went to capital construction. Like Titan requires a lot of isogen, Titan requires a lot of maxillon, Titan requires a lot of pyrite and noxium, and we were getting all those minerals and in form of ore. Yeah, like Titan right now is on a pause, but still like it's kind of shows the thing. Yeah, you don't need this stuff. It's just like it might be the faction item in there. That's why I'm collecting it. Just and this is like a good tracker of how many sites you done in total. Let's see how many I've done. 60 sites. Okay, that's okay. So 60 total. Not that much. I'm not a great fan of Blood Rider 6 of 10, but okay, still okay. Yeah. And for example, on the other hand, the construction of capitals requires a lot of pyrite, for example. And I mean, we also pyrite prices, which makes it super inefficient to be mined. Yeah, I know there's like a spike in pyrite prices recently, and it became very expensive thing. And so I haven't checked yet, but I think it doesn't legitimate its mining for regular members. So and how you can build capital, for example, you can be you can try to be self-sustainable and do self-supply. Like for example, you go, okay, we're missing noxium, isogen, and maxillon, and we go and mine in low sec, for example, or actually in surrounding moons, or stuff like those Kilixium and those other, Grimmer, or how those called new ores that are spawning in our space. But again, that's gonna suck in terms of income. So you're gonna be, literally chewing a cactus or chewing a hedgehog. Like what for? And this I can't advise, as a CEO, I can't advise our guys to do this stuff. I mean, if you do really want to do this, like if you think that's your destiny, that's your virtue to fucking mine pyrite in any form, like in form of R4 moons or something like this, I can't, forbid it, just because why, who am I to do this? If you really want to, go and do, but, as a kind of responsible CEO, I think I should plan our activities in such a way that we're gonna be all gonna be benefiting. So like if you're mining in low sec, yeah, corporation does buybacks, you get your payouts directly, and EXP per hour and generally money making rate is very, very fast, and you're getting a lot of money. Corporation gets needed resources, construction team getting resources. Also, corporation then can do refine and go sell those minerals, especially they're like relatively light. Like the same noxium could be exported easily. Isogen could be exported easily. Maxillon is expensive nowadays, so you can bother export, or you can sell it locally, or you can even compress ore and go and sell in GT if you want to, or you can sell to local producers. But I see us doing it like this. So we are refining this ore, we are selling, like we are supplying our demands of minerals for any type of production, like the same maxillon, isogen, noxium, and then we go and stuff our market with those minerals, just because this manner we are fulfilling our role of alliance members, and we're helping alliance to get those things, and the other producers to have them, and on money that we get from these activities, we just go and buy pyrite or compressed moon ore or buying from local suppliers, all those moon stuff, and the pyrite and other things. And we can be buying like this gas and other stuff. Still, I don't want us to lose competences in such things like low-tech gas mining. I don't want to be like us only pure producers. I want to have our hand on the pulse to see what's going on in case of, like, for example, there's going to be no suppliers, so we could form and go grab this stuff ourselves. And this falls on every other types of activities. So for example, you do really want to help us with capital construction, you can go, for example, and do heavy raiding with the MTUs. This way you're gonna get your iskis, you're gonna get your junk loot, you can buy back it to us. It's gonna help us to fill gaps in minerals, especially such as megasite or zydrine, which we don't mine, and such things. So in this kind of win-win thing, you're getting money, you're getting you're not being distracted from your other activities. And as we don't have right now centralized, for example, place to go and mine, I don't know, in low sec, it's hard. Before we had like the thing, we had a pastures out there somewhere in Canada, in southern Canada. We have plenty of systems to check, plenty of systems to mine. We were efficient in this. We've made hell of money. Right now, if we're gonna go there, it's whether be not enough scale. So where we can go, probably in Nurbal, in IFA, maybe in Sakt, but Sakt is now under the siege of Faceless Squad, so it's not a very good place. And this, trying to organize this is in not very beneficial circumstances. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. It's more going to be a pain and suffer for us, and boost for leadership and for members. So for now, like, just focus on your regular activities. Still, I have to mention several things. First of all, PI, like I've already told this, but like let me say it once again. PI is in high demand, because where are you? Okay, I'm gonna burn straight to you, because you need a lot of PI, and it burns very fast if you're building caps. And if we ever gonna get back to data construction, well, not if we ever, when we're gonna get back to data construction, we're gonna need a lot of PI. Also, current markets are not supplied with PI well, so it's a good opportunity to actually sell your PI with a good bonus to jitter price. I think we've checked yesterday or a couple of days ago. There were no test cultures, some other stuff. And yeah, in general, this is like a good source of passive income, which I'm promoting to all the people in the corp. Okay, I've stopped again. I need to stop following them. I'm doing it myself. I mean, on my 6 current active accounts, I have how many? 3, 2, 3. It's like makes it 12. Like I have 14 active, extraction tunes for PI, and it helps me to to always have a passive income and always have a supply of money and all that. So for example, right now I'm not I'm working right now heavily, and I'm not playing that much, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to plex all of my accounts pretty easily. Also keep in mind, right now, I plan to start the stream with this, but right now there is sales in New Eden store and boost on the site, so you can buy those starter packs with discount. Discounts are pretty decent, pretty neat. So I've already bought a platinum before, so they're not right now available for me like platinum one, but I still can buy bronze pack minus 50%, gold starter pack minus 40%, and silver starter pack minus 45%. Very efficient in terms of plexing your account. Just because today we took a look, you can plex you for half a month only for 125 plexes. And like if you're pretty solid on, for example, running next event, gaining those 100 of plexes, and then doing your monthly or like daily, monthly missions, like those opportunities. So I just filled one today. So you see, I've got those plexes, and in my wallet I should have some. This is main, so not that very much, but just because probably I've spent them. Yeah, only 30. That's okay. That's okay. I think I still have stocks. What the fuck it look like? What the fuck you? Yeah, this one. It also has plexes inside, so yeah. So you should be able to save enough to buy at least, you know, bronze pack or something, which is gonna make your plexing much more efficient. And this like PI is a guarantee. It's like I call it like a, you know, water line under which your ISK making can go. As I'm working a lot and I'm not playing a lot, all those my accounts that I'm not using currently, like I haven't used half of them like for a month, I think, or something like this, just because there's not that much things to do for me. Like I have I don't know, maybe an hour or two per day to play. I think in the past week I played even less. So, but they won't, you know, expire just because they keep making money for me. And it also, you know very aligned with corporate interests of doing heavy industry like capital construction. Yeah, this was a long speech, but in general, so where where were we? Yeah, okay. So the current status: we are building another batch of 10 dreads, and then we're gonna choose another target. So probably, just as a heads up, we like I'm considering us to build 10 reds, as I've mentioned before, and as I've mentioned, we may be missing some gas. So upcoming events, probably we're gonna go to low sec and try to mine this low sec gas. Also, we are missing some parts for Neuralinks to build those Neuralinks, but not the meta operand box, which you can find in nullsec ghost sites, but we are missing now those crystals or chips that is required to build those, and they spawn in low sec, so that's also required. We're probably going to be hunting those ghost sites in the low sec. Hard to say how it's going to look from core perspective. Probably like we have a good group of explorers that can do this, like myself. Like I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be the same, scanning for low sec gas sites, and I'm going to be mining in my prospects if I'm going to have enough time and all that. But we'll see. We'll see. In general, also we're going to be missing the wormhole gas, and probably that's going to be another type of corp activities. We're going to try to dive into wormholes, and we're going to try to mine this gas for us. After that, I think we're going to be missing much more than a current pool of items, like for example for those revs, and we're going to start running group activities more actively. I'm already planning for us to mine some A0 belts. If you don't know what it is, those are very, very rich belts with new types of ore. I don't know like what's the current status, but the friend of mine that used to specialize on mining those tells me like one A0 belt could have 20 bill in it. So for example, that's something like, well, not the same, even more than a large dark orchard and gneiss site in low sec. So it might be that we won't need to, to have infrastructure in low sec. We have a couple of good systems where we can mine this A0 belts. We're going to be checking it in the form of experiment. It's not like final. I mean, I don't know all the things in it. It's just like I'm just a man, So we're gonna go and try to mine them. I used to try to mine them before in the form of experiment. It's shown itself pretty good, but where I was mining them, I didn't have the compression modules. I didn't have the heavy mining fleet like Hulks with the porpoise with all those boosts and stuff. So it was just an experiment. It showed itself like the site is okayish, but Usually they were cherry-picked when I was there. We're gonna keep tracking those two that we have in our space, and we're gonna try to mine it. Again, it's not very urgent, but if you're looking forward into mining, this might be a good option for you to consider. I know the systems. I forgot their names. Like, we have a file that has all the systems of such type, and yeah, don't worry. We're gonna be able to optimize. Well, not only this, any activities that we're gonna be doing. So that's the current plan about revs. The next step after those revs, when we finish them, we should be totally able to start building corp dread stash, because we're gonna have funds, and what the stash is designed for, mostly to cover possible, stash is always a good thing to have in terms of, if you're gonna be getting into heavy war and loss is gonna be severe, and it's gonna be a huge problem to replenish those, and we are like, oh, okay, and we have a cache. So if you lost your dread, here you are, you have a halved list. That's the first thing. And the second thing, I was talking about the corp program for quite a long time already, like very, very long time, which says, like, as we are promoting people getting into dreads, we are considering to give a discount for the most loyal and dedicated persons in the corp. So I think, like, just as a brief, like, plan, it's not finalized, but I'm thinking something like this. So, like, if you're with us for more than a year and you're playing actively and you're like interested in dreads and stuff, you can just go and buy one from us for a half price, or for a self for a self for a self construction cost. I don't really no, we haven't finalized it yet, but kinda this should be okay-ish. I mean, as a core plan. I just found out that a friend of mine is watching me. Hi. I didn't know that you're watching. Thank you for spending your time on my boring speeches and all that. But yeah, nice to see you. Let's take a look at the loot. Well, I hope I won't be shit. Oh, not as good as last time you saw my stream, where I immediately got the rep and the multispec membrane. They also can drop in here, just the type gonna be different. Before it was C type from 4 of 10, and at 6 of 10 it's gonna be, it's gonna be A type, Corpum A type. So the same energy neutralizers, the same armor reps, the same membranes. Membrane has insane price right now. Corpum A type, I think it should be something like, do we have one selling here? I doubt. No, we have 1 billion. That's pretty much adequate. So they actually cost something around 1 bill in a JITA. Sorry, I lost track of my thoughts. Yeah, so that's kind of plan for us in the short term, the capital construction. Meanwhile, I'm doing my own plan. It's not very public yet, but like I'm trying to collect some carriers to try out this new fancy thing with jumping around and busting people in the carrier, I mean with the fleet. So, but well, that's not very, it's not final and not even close to the completion and all that. Just the thing I'm considering right now. But yeah, in general, that's also part of the construction. Also, today Poet asked if anyone wants a char, if I remember correctly. So yeah, guys, if you're planning to buy yourself a jump freighter, I think guys are, you know, sharpened towards building another one. They've already, I think, built one, maybe for Dia. I don't know. Need to check. But you see, the jars keep running. We keep producing stuff. I was actually planning to announce the production of those small things that we're gonna need. The core axes, maybe even jackdaws. Actually, that's the thing to also mention. I totally don't know how to build tech3 things like tengus, lokis, and jackdaws, but as we speak and as you see, we are using those tech3 hulls. If anyone wants to step up and focus on those production, like, I'm gonna fully support you. And as you see, we're missing some wormhole components like the gas and stuff. And maybe I'm gonna be going to a wormhole, doing scuba diving just to find those fancy superior ghost sites. Just in the form of stream or something, because it's interesting, and I don't think you guys saw this before. So yeah, and tech3 production is heavily bounded with a wormhole. I think there is like even level 5 data site that you can scan down in wormhole that actually has some blueprints for those jackdaws or tengus production or stuff like this. So kinda, yeah, so kinda consider this. Consider this. If you want to go into this, you know, just let me know. We're gonna try to, you know, to group up. I think this is gonna be all for today because I've spoke too much. And last time I was planning to stream for 30 minutes. It took me, you know, 1.5 hours. This time I was planning to show you like in 30 minutes, and it already took 50 plus. So yeah, I need to find a way how to cut words, you know, flow from my throat in a way. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm gonna, no, stop floating forward. I'm gonna keep improving the channel. I'm gonna keep improving the Discord, the descriptions. I'm gonna add some instructions, and yeah, we're gonna proceed with all this stuff. I think I forgot something, but like that's kinda usual for me. Yeah, more these days needs a lot of stuff. I think that's related to tech3 production. Well, I mean, kind of expected. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, I remembered what all those famous streamers says. Like, subscribe, blah blah blah, comments, whatever. I don't really care right now, just because like it's not the current focus. But like, if you can, please press like and all that. I'm gonna be helping off. If you're gonna have any questions, you can poke me in a corp chat, or as right now, I'm not on the corp streamer, it appears. You can also ask me in Slack or straight on under YouTube videos and comments or somewhere there. I'm gonna try and answer them. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time. Cheers, guys. Bye.